Hi, I'm Wonder Woman, and when I'm not fighting crime, I'm on 3kb.ca.
Do you work for Mr. Reed?
I'm his executive associate.
He's my man.
I'm not your man.
He's not my man. We're just platonic friends. Yes.
Let's roll, Kato.
Is it recording? Yeah.
I'm so tired.
I'm Jay.
I'm Kat.
I'm Mike.
And today we're going to be reviewing The Green Hornet.
I'm wearing a Green Lantern shirt, and I know that. I know.
Okay, so this is another one of those superhero movies. So The Green Hornet started off as a radio program and then moved to movies and TV series and comic books. And now it's been remade into this movie. So it was written by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg.
So the director is Michael Godry. He also did Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind, one of my all-time love stories with Jim Carrey. So you're in love with Jim Carrey. It's a very creative story. Oh, God. You out of breath?
He's also done a lot of music videos. He did stuff for Massive Attack, Chemical Brothers, Bjork.
He's also famous for doing the Around the World video for Daft Punk. Michael? What's the story about?
So, following his father's death, Seth Rogen inherits his company, which is a huge newspaper, the Sentinel, and he decides to start fighting crime with his accomplice Kato, who was his dad's assistant, made his coffee and worked on his cars. They go out one night and save these two people, and then they decide that they should just keep doing this.
And they fight some bad guys, and then it ends.
And then Carmen Diaz is in it, and she's almost the mastermind behind the two without knowing it. They're always like asking her, well, what do you think he's gonna do next? Where do you think he's gonna show up? And then they just do whatever she says. I found her character slightly annoying. Like in most of the scenes, she was like, no, no, no!
When Cameron Diaz showed up on screen, it's the worst I've seen her for 20 years.
That's me.
You know what? I find her very attractive.
She looked like an old raccoon.
I disagree. But that scene when she had the panties on, it's just,
Oh, get over
That's
it.
a thing.
Who cares?
It's just...
Natalie Portman. Cameron Diaz.
Oh, what
That's true. Natalie Portman's amazing. But you
What
can't
does
compare
that
anyone to
have to
Natalie
do with
Portman. She's like
anything?
the most beautiful woman in the world. I would marry her.
I'd lick her eyebrows.
I'd let them shave her hair into my mouth.
Ew.
V for Vendetta.
And Christopher Waltz is in it, the guy who was the Jew hunter in Inglourious Bastards. And he plays Chadanovsky. He's the main bad guy, but he's like trying to be scary, and everyone's always like dissing him and saying he's not scary.
And Kato is an unknown actor.
From Taiwan, he was a singer in Taiwan. So, let's say the good. Well, I thought there were some really awesome action sequences. There were those parts where like the gun would show up in red or the guy would get highlighted.
It was like a goddamn video
Night
game.
vision. Yeah, it was like a video game. And then all the gadgets for the cars and stuff were sick.
Yeah.
All those parts, really cool.
If you're a car buff, you're gonna like this film.
Oh, my car. And the main car, the Black Beauty. Things I would do to that car.
What would you do to the car?
Yeah, what would you do to the car if you had to give it a chance?
Don't you mean like
clean it? Why do people always just make the assumption though that you're gonna have sex with a car? Like, what are they gonna do? Rub one out on the muffler? The problem with this movie is it doesn't really know what it wants to be. At heart, it's trying to be this great action movie, and on the other side, it's trying to be this funny comedy.
Yeah, because it's Seth Rogen, right?
You can have both. But this is like oil and water. The two just didn't jive and mix well.
It was kind of like a bromance, I guess. So maybe guys just like it.
It was a buddy movie.
I'm sick of Seth Rogen.
Why? You don't like fat people?
I don't want him in any of my movies. I don't want him in Paul. I don't care if he's funny as an alien. I just don't want him in there.
I just feel like he always plays the same character.
Exactly. You take Seth Rogen, you throw him into anything, and he Seth Rogenizes the film.
Well,
so
you have a good point. I think the biggest mistake is they let him write this. It wouldn't be so Seth Rogenized if he didn't write it.
Anything that he did, except that he was the big buffoon. I want to be cool. I want to be an action hero. I am the hero, and you're the sidekick. Put those down.
Okay.
Put it down.
So I will say this, the 3D for having it being done in post-production, some of the best I've seen. There were some cool parts.
James Cameron was like, this is not a shit show, but it almost is a shit show.
I can say that I was entertained for an hour and a half, but I can definitely not say that I want to see this film again.
No.
I definitely don't want to see Seth Rogen in another action film for quite some time.
I'd like him to stick to comedy.
Yeah, or
I like him to
sci-fi musicals.
I think we're done with Seth Rogen here. I'm sick of
okay,
him.
you know, you got
Nope.
you got a little upset. Too much to drink.
It's too much Seth Rogen. The original show is not a comedy. Get real Seth Rogen. Go make a golf movie with Adam Sandler.
Happy Gilmore too.
Yep, that's what you should do.
What would you give it a 10, Jason?
I give this film a 6. I think the director finally needed a big paycheck, and this is the film where he could get that paycheck.
I agree with almost everything you say. You're making Seth Rogen sound like he's the worst thing ever created on the face of this earth.
I'm just saying I'm sick of him because it's
Right.
constantly
You need a
Seth
break.
Rogen.
You need a break from him, or change it up, make him be like a pedophile murderer.
He needs to do something drastic here.
Like
because,
a goth character.
Like my
I give it.
toenails.
Please don't.
Ew,
It's so gross.
ew.
That's why I gave this movie a 5.5. The only thing that kept it alive was little moments here and there. One little joke, one cool action.
Kind of like our show. It just
yeah,
keeps going.
it's like a scattered mess. The movie just might as well be like a bunch of jump cuts. So 5.5.
Ouch.
Almost a shit show. Very close.
Whoa.
Hi, I'm Superman. When I'm not saving blind kittens and making women wet with my muscles, I check out 3kb.ca. Check out their silky new website right now.
3 kilobytes.